Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your beginning to mid of May 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see, Sagittarius, what energy we should be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So right here, it is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this is also somebody whose energy vibration just does not jive with yours. They're going to be seen by some people to be a very caring, very nurturing, very prosperous person. You're going to look at them and be like, are we seeing the same person here? Like, are you talking about the same person? And we're going to think, okay, I should follow what this person does because they are so successful, because they do have, such a following around them, or people are really, talking about how great they are. Listen to your gut, listen to where you are right now in your life, and let them be the right person for somebody else, but they're definitely not the right person for you. Now let's look at our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is play. This is the heart chakra. What we're being told, Sagittarius, is that we need to take more time out for play, for discovery, for joy. And remember, we as human beings, we cannot play if we are stressed out, if we don't feel safe, if we don't feel secure. So play is really important. It not only shows that we feel safe within the world that we are in right now, but it also lets us be able to recharge our batteries, lets us be able to, express ourselves and laugh and just be gleeful and joyful in a way that we don't usually get to be, because we have to be so serious, because we are carrying so much on our shoulders. It brings us then to our tarot energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. That one right there. And spirit guides. So I'm going to turn everyone over all at once. I like it. Okay. Just give me a moment. So where we are right now, it's very much of I need to settle into my peace. I need to embrace my peace. I need to look at my heart, my soul, and myself. So I love the energy of this King of Cups. Again, now, King of Cups is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But there is such an energy around us during this time, Sagittarius. Now, I don't know if you have strong water sign energy within your chart or if you're born on the cusp with Scorpio, but there is a very strong tie to the heart. You have the heart chakra coming through, and there is this sense of, this is the highest, court card of the minor arcana with the king, right? And there is such a sense of embracing the sacred masculine when it comes to love and emotions. Now, I don't know if we're being told that we've been looking at sacred masculine energy. Actually, we've been looking at masculine energy. And for some of us, we had it displayed wrongly in our lives, right? It could be somebody was abusive. It could be somebody was very controlling. It could be somebody was, whatever. But their way of embracing their masculine energy went very counterintuitively to the way that we needed masculine energy in our lives. And I don't know if this is making sense. I really do hope it is, but it's kind of like it built up a wall. Now, this could be somebody who has passed on. This could be somebody who isn't in our lives anymore. I'm just seeing it as we're healing. Now, we could have somebody in our lives who is a fantastic masculine energy source for us. And Spirit is really saying here, connect with that person. Connect with that person because there's some sort of beauty in the embrace of sacred masculine energy that we just need to soak in right now. All right. And that's going to be so important to us. It can be, if we are masculine ourselves, it can be that we were told, okay, this is the way that you're supposed to be. And it just, again, is counterintuitive to who we are. And now we're starting to say, you know what, this is my masculine energy. This is who I am. This is how I need to embrace myself, like how I need to be in my world. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't jive for you or if you don't get it, that's fine. This is my journey. And we're leading by example here. And there's such a sense of strength and love and determination and focus that it really is extraordinary. It moves us to our challenging energy, Sagittarius, and this is us. This is temperance. This is us coming through. We can get in our own way. We can get too much into our own heads. We can not see the angel. I don't know if you can see that right behind him. The angel right behind him. And we'll be looking at everything that we need to balance, everything that we're bringing into our lives, the light, the dark, the conscious, the subconscious, and we just are taking on too much, or we're expecting too much from ourselves, or we're judging everything too harshly, and we're going to get in our own way. We're going to trip ourselves up. So just be mindful of this, that we will have a tendency to trip ourselves up and to be a little bit too intense. It then moves us to what we're focusing on. And what we're focusing on now is the moon. There is this beautiful sense of change, of duality, of, intricacy, of beauty coming forward. We are going to see that we're facing a lot of our fears. We're facing a lot of things that held us back. And we can be very aggressive in the way that we're taking things on. That's where, this energy comes through, where we can get in our own way, or we think, this assertive energy has to only look one way. We are also going to find that there's strong Pisces influence in our lives right now. There's a strong sense of embracing the heart, of a duality of love and of spirit and of what we want and what we need. So there is this beauty coming forward, but there's also a looking at the wild side of us and the tame side of us and finding a harmony within it. It moves us then to our past. Our past is the Knight of Cups. We had needed to move forward emotionally. And there seems to be something, I'm just really focused on those red roses. I don't know if somebody got us roses, if our name is Rose, or if we, really love somebody whose name was Rose. And they deeply influence the way that we move forward. They deeply have influenced the way that we love. For some of us, we're moving past that. For others, we will always keep that rose in our hearts as a reminder. It could even be, it's our favorite scent to wear, or, our favorite lotion. So here, there is just a sense of the rose is guiding us. And what's really interesting is the rose is a very feminine, depiction in art and in poetry and everything. So here, there is this real sense of the feminine has been guiding me for a very long time. Now, with the Knight of Cups, it's also realizing what we love, what we desire, what we need, and really coming into that part of our intuitive self. And that's been very important to us, Sagittarius. It now moves us to our strength. And our strength is the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is prosperity and success and bounty, working within a community, working, and being a part of something bigger bigger than just ourselves. And this has opened up a lot of doors for us. Our greatest strength is the way that we connect with people, and is the fact that we stay connected with people. There's something to us. I'm just seeing like posts put in the mail, like, sending out letters and letting people know that we remember them, and just connecting with heart and with spirit. And there's a certain sense of a burst of color coming in. So just a vibrancy coming forward. Now, this is wealth, or something we value as much as money, reaching its full circle. We're starting to see what really matters. We're starting to see what our gifts really are. And that is a powerful thing. And again, we're not just hiding them away. We're sharing them with so many people. It brings us to our near future. And this is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is that prosperity, success, bounty that is just for us. We're represented by the wands and the minor arcana. So this is a gift coming forward. This is an illumination coming forward. Over the third eye, we have the fire going. There's a real sense of enlightenment. There's a real sense of passion and determination and focus and insight and ideas coming forward. The fire that's burning within us, the passion that we have, is just astounding. It's actually going to surprise us. It's going to be like, wow, I didn't know I was so passionate about this, or so driven, towards this. And yet it's just going to come out and be like, wow, this is absolutely brilliant. So again, it's our creative energy. It's, the reason we get out of bed in the morning. There's just this renewed, like, yes, this is why I'm here. It brings us then to our suggested approach. And our suggested approach is the Four of Pentacles. We need to cut ties with a lot of vampiric energy, with energy that has held us back, that has pulled us down. We also need to be mindful of, okay, so two things. It's either going to be that we guard our purse so much, we are such, skinflints when it comes to our money, that it's like, no, I have to hold on to every single penny. Or we're just going to have that purse open and be like, yeah, of course, I'm manifesting more money, I'm moving forward. But we can put ourselves in precarious situations if we haven't manifested the money. If we're living like, okay, I'm a high roller, and we're not, just be mindful of this, that we'll think, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And yet Spirit is saying, like, just slow down a little bit. Okay. The believing that we have money and letting that move us forward, but not becoming stressed out by it, is also going to be very, very, very important. There is a sense here also of, again, breaking those vampiric ties and really looking at the way that we need to move forward for us and what we're going after. It moves us to what we need to know. And it's that the world is opening. The world is opening. We're moving forward in a different way. We're looking at things now on a grander scale. And it's like, oh, I didn't expect this. Like, I didn't think this was going to be what will happen. And so as the world opens, as these doors open, it's like, oh, I have new avenues, or, oh, there are new ways to do this. It brings us to our hopes and our fears. And this is us. So we come through as the essence of ourselves in challenges where, we have to not get in our own way. But then in our hopes and our fears, we come through as the Queen of Wands, that sacred queen, sacred feminine energy. And then also the celebration of the magic, the fire that's in her hand, the magic that's a part of her life, the sense of this exuberance and this celebration. And yes, I've done this. I've achieved this. I've worked so hard for this. Our hope is that we get there. Our fear is that it'll be a life of toil and we'll never achieve this jubilance. We'll always be striving towards it. It moves us to our potential, and our potential is the Fool. Now, we do worry, again, that people will call us foolish and not really understand. Sagittarius, that's not as much as a worry for us as it is for others, because we are just innately curious, innately a seeker. So when the Fool comes forward, that's such a time for a new adventure. That's a sense of like, yes, of course I can do this. Of course I can go after this. Yes, I am doing this. And this real sense of I'm taking that leap of faith. People might call me foolish. People might not understand. But remember, whenever we have an innovator come forward, whenever we have a hero come forward, they are first considered a fool. They are first laughed at and mocked and completely misunderstood. And then when they achieve, everybody's like, oh, I knew they would do it. Or I was always on their side. I mean, come on. That's just how we work, right? As human beings. So let's go deeper into what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. We have our past, our present, and our future. Our past, Four of Pentacles. Our present, the High Priestess. I love that. And our future, the Queen of Wands and the Page of Cups. The Queen of Wands, that's us. And that's our hopes and our fears, that it would be us, right? So we're manifesting our hopes. We have the Four of Pentacles as our past. There has been a blockage in energy, all right? This can be around working too hard, our chakra flow. They're not flowing. We're not as connected to the earth, to ourselves, as we need to be. There is also a sense of vampiric energy coming in, of energy that is holding us back, not helping us to move forward the way that we want to. People that we're trying to please from the past that might not even be in our lives anymore, but their negative words still sting. So just be aware of this. Just be aware that there's something here where there's like, we get to be so successful and then we find ourselves slipping back and we're like, what the heck is this? It's this energy here. It's this vampiric energy, this false narrative, especially around money, okay, that has been spoken over us either when we were little. You're never going to be successful. You're not as smart as your, siblings, as the other people in class, as whomever, or, you think you could be talented. Come on, really, by either a parent or a lover or, a friend, a teacher. It was somebody who looked at us and said, not you. You don't get to be successful. And that's where the fight for money started. Okay. And it could have been part of our generational line. It could have been part of our historical experience. It moves us to the present. And, what's so brilliant is that we're combating this with the High Priestess. And the veil is lifted from her eyes. She is seeing who she is. She's seeing what she wants. And she's utterly determined to succeed. The High Priestess is not about being flashy or showy or, in the middle of everybody's consciousness. She is the one who is within the shadows, who moves behind the scenes and who sees it all. The veil is lifted. We're not fooled by how everybody wants to be perceived. We're seeing who they are, why they are. And we're even seeing at times where they're going, just glimpses and highlights of it. We can even be seeing the same thing for us. It can be overwhelming, but it is so intriguing. And we can find ourselves, because the High Priestess has come into our lives, because this sacred energy is around us. We can be very drawn to the esoteric, to the religious, to the spiritual, to deeper, deeper, deeper knowledge. And it brings us then to our future. Again, the Queen of Wands, that's us, that celebration, that prosperity, that bounty. And then we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups here is that creation, is that exploration, but it can be a child within our lives that helps us really just open our hearts and see things in a way that we hadn't before. But it can also be this sense of new discovery, the sense of, I've always wanted to draw, or I've always wanted to paint, or I've always wanted to create XYZ, and now we're doing it, and we're quite thrilled by it. And we need to do it like a child, like without putting the expectations on ourselves like we do as children, where it has to be perfect instantaneously or else it's just absolutely terrible and we can't ever mess up. But it's like, no, let me find the wonderment, let me find the beauty, and let me keep on diving deeper and deeper into that. Our subconscious tarot energy begins with the Celtic cross, and it's the Eight of Cups. Subconsciously, we're walking away from something we once thought we would love. It doesn't fit anymore. It's time to move on. And you know what? We're really cool with that, even if it's taken us time to come to terms with this new path. It moves us to our subconscious past energy, and this is Venus. Now, Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Venus is love, guided by love, lust, emotions, just looking at things through this era of pleasure and sensual seeking. So seeking the sensuality in life, meaning seeking the beautiful, seeking the sublime is one thing, but seeking only out pleasure, like it always has to just be that like, I don't know how else to put it, but then like an orgasmic high all the time, or if it doesn't have meaning, if it's not that's going to be a very important thing to look at, because here I'm just seeing like, look at the beauty of things and don't And don't chase the highs, because if we're only chasing the highs, we're really going to miss beautiful experiences that are just a lot calmer. It moves us to our subconscious present energy, and that is the Three of Swords. There's heartbreak, pain, and disappointment. There are ways we thought things were going to go or how we thought things were going to be, and it's like, no, it didn't work out that way. And it's been holding us back. We need to look at it, and we need to say, I see you, but I'm not ruled by you. It brings us then to our subconscious future energy. It's the Four of Pentacles again. The Four of Pentacles is really coming through quite strongly during this time. But it's almost like be mindful of who you show your wealth to also here subconsciously. It's like be mindful who you show your wealth to. Be mindful who you take in as a confidant. Because again, they could be that vampiric energy that just comes in and you're like, what the heck are you doing? You know? It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the Seven of Cups. Be mindful of just becoming so obsessed with the dream of something and not of the reality. I'm just thinking of the myth of Narcissus. So just be very mindful of it, of falling in to our own imagination, and reality can't compare. It just can't. You know, it's always going to be not necessarily better, but it's always going to be different in our minds and our ability to create it. It's not going to come out as crisp, as perfect. It's going to come out with those human flaws. And that's something here where I'm almost seeing like it's unforgivable for some of us. And it's like, no, stop. The human touch is amazing. And it brings us to our subconscious chakra energy, and that is psychic development. The veil is being lifted from our eyes. This is the third eye chakra, and we're seeing things so much more clearly. Just as we have the High Priestess here, that energy is really coming forward, and it's like, yep, I see it. I am seeing things. I'm understanding things. Things that I've envisioned are coming true. You know, there's a certain way forward, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I dreamt it, and then it became, you know, type of thing. And we can find this very uncomfortable. Some of us can. It'd be like, ooh, you know, I wasn't ready for this. But even if we're there, for most of us, it's going to be an exciting experience. But even if we're there where it's like, okay, this feels uncomfortable, or this is overwhelming, it's like, acknowledge that. But also know that you're developing into the person that you always were, or that you had suppressed over time. And now it's like, okay, no, I'm coming out of my shell and I'm being powerfully me. And that's going to be something that gives you such an edge. It's going to be something that really opens up your eyes, right? Okay. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, beauty, and intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius, and may blessings and prosperity always be with you.